Alright guys, got spare sort of half hour this afternoon, so I was looking at my cockbirds, my reds, and I thought, right, it's probably about time now to get them separated and just have a look at them, because I've still got too many birds and I need to start making some decisions. Obviously the season is not too far away now, and I'm gonna be honest, I put them in the cages and I just don't know what I want to keep really. I mean, they're obviously all so similar. I put my three intensive birds on the top, and I think out of the three, I think this middle one, which is my original cockbird, because if you remember back last year I did buy a few pairs of reds, obviously to go back down that route of keeping reds, and I obviously picked up some birds from Stafford, and I did the very next day, I can't remember how many I bought now, but out of the, I don't know, 3 pairs or whatever it was, two of the pairs were dead. Well, obviously that is, I suppose, what happens sometimes when obviously buying birds off of people you don't know. Anyway, so long story short, I think, was it 2 pair? I can't remember, but I had one red left, probably the worst one out of the lot, a non-intensive hen. I was obviously hoping it was a hen, and obviously it turned out to be a hen. So I had to pick up a cock. So basically I have only one pair then of reds. This was the cockbird that I picked up. He's quite nice colour, to be fair. And I think out of, like I said, out of the 3 intensive birds, he's lacking body, but I don't know, the colour out of the 3 is the best. So I'm thinking I run that one. Do I run that one over all the non-intensive hens? I'm not too sure, and then just do away with the other 2 cockbirds if they're not quite up to their father's level. I don't know. What do you think, guys? See this little small cockbird here, lovely little bird, not amazing colour, but quite small, scrawny looking. Yeah, again, a nice little bird. I'm probably being over the top. Obviously I don't show, but maybe in the future I might want to. So it's obviously always good to obviously start trying to better your stock every year. Someone did say to me on one of my last videos, run your best cockbird back over his daughters, and then obviously the following year again you'll better your quality again. Obviously I've got a couple of intensive hens which I will need one of these non-intensives, but again there ain't much difference in the 2. I mean, colour wise it's hard to tell because they've dropped a few feathers, so they're a little bit yellow looking in areas. I'd probably say the better colour was probably this one. But then there's less frosting on this one, but the colour ain't quite as good, so I'm not too sure, guys. I'll see what the viewers think. And I think Stafford is next week, so there's a guy going with some nice reds, and I might pick up a pair just to maybe mix it in, just to chuck a bit more quality into the birds. Yeah, so, or even if I don't know, maybe a spare cockbird to just run with some of my hens, just to get a bit of quality in there. Yeah, so that's where we are at the moment. So there's five cockbirds there. Now, in my small flight where I got my hens, there is another intensive bird in there, which I haven't heard sing yet, but I got a feeling that's maybe a cockbird. So I'm leaving him in there for now. Quite nice shape to it, but is an intensive bird, and it does show a bit of frosting on the feather, ever so slightly, which is obviously a fault. So we won't be using that one anyway, if it is a cockbird. But probably out of this 5, could be 6, I'll probably keep 2 anyway, and probably again take the father, run him to one of his daughters. Like I said, he's got the best colour out of the lot. And then one of these 2. Obviously, I've not decided yet 100%, but over the next few days, I'll probably make a decision. Well, I'm in no rush. Like I mentioned on the last video, I'm going on holiday only for 4 days. I've got Disneyland Paris at the end of the month. So, or yeah, the end of next month. Yeah, the end of March. So I don't really want to be putting them down until that's out of the way. So we'll see. But yeah, for now, I need to make some decisions. But if any of you guys know a lot more about reds than me, then I could use your help. See you in the next one.